Hello folks, and welcome once again to EPV Media YouTube channel, where we promote technical and vocational skills acquisition and education. Now I'm here once again to emphasize on the importance, absolute importance of acquiring a technical or vocational skill or education. Now this is very important because of the things that are popping up every day that vindicates my position. Now technical and vocational or TVET skills acquisition or education is something that I've been emphasizing on in all my videos in one way or the other. And I was very thrilled to hear the CEO of Apple, the Apple phones, Apple tablets, Apple laptops. So I was thrilled to hear the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, talk about this and emphasize it in the best way possible. And I'll show you that video in a second. Very interesting video, and I hope that will convince you about what I've been saying. But before then, let me once again reiterate the importance of TVET or technical vocational skills acquisition. Now the norm has been that you go to school, acquire the normal education, and then you get out and you're looking out for jobs. And it's been proven that a lot of people have done this and have not gotten the jobs that they need. Now the technical skills that I'm talking about are not just the fundamental technical skills that you acquire by attending maybe a technical school or an apprenticeship or things like that. They are good, but I'm talking about high-grade tertiary level technical education. Skills that you go to university to improve upon. Okay, not just going to learn plumbing or whatever vocational technical skill from a master or from a secondary school. No, those are necessary, but they are fundamental. They are the foundational levels. I want to encourage everybody to acquire a tertiary level skill, like having a PhD in plumbing, a PhD in ICT, whatever, a PhD in bricklaying, a PhD in computer chip making. All the various aspects of a technical skill that are out there. You can acquire a tertiary level certification for that. That is what I'm talking about. Now, my little research has proved that those who have acquired little technical skill find it easier to get employment or even create jobs for themselves. This is because we are moving into a stage, in fact, we are in that period where everything is becoming computerized or based on the computer. Everything is becoming mechanized. So less and less people are getting employed in the normal factories. When I hear politicians talking about we want to create jobs by bringing industries or starting industries, it amuses me, because industrialization and mechanization, if properly done, rather increases unemployment. Because the more a factory or industry is mechanized or industrialized, the less people you employ. Because these days machines are built to do jobs that would have been done by hundreds of employees, and they can do this effectively and efficiently even unattended. So if I have a machine that can do the job of 300 to 400 of people, why do I need to engage that number of human beings? So you see, the more we industrialize, the less employment opportunities we actually create. Yes, there will be some employment, but it will not be to meet the needs out there. And so the solution is, for those who are visionary enough, is to acquire a technical skill, high-grade technical skill. That one is either needed by industry, the modern day industry, or two, with which you can start your own business or start your own career with. So let me give you a few scenarios and then you understand what I'm trying to say. Assuming you own a company or you manage a company and you ask to employ somebody to manage the company's fleet of cars or a driver for the company, and you have two applicants. Okay, both have, let's say, a university degree in the humanities, but one of them also attended a technical school and acquired a certificate in car repairs. It's an auto mechanic. Of these two, who will you employ? Assuming they both have the same basic university degrees, they both have the same driving license, basically the same qualification, but one also has a skill in repairing cars, who would you employ? Obviously, the one who has a skill in repairing cars or is an auto mechanic, because he's coming with an added value. So it is with any kind of job opportunity. Whatever it is, if you have a skill that is relevant to that job, your chances of being employed are higher. So for instance, if you're applying for a banking job, no matter what kind of academic degree you have, if you also have a technical skill relevant to the banking industry, I can guarantee you will be picked above the others. If you have, for instance, a skill in, let's say, computing, you have some other computer software, computer hardware, computer engineering, because these are skills that will be needed in the bank. These days, almost every bank has an online platform. Things are becoming computerized in every bank. So employees that have skills that will be relevant to the new trend in banking certainly have a greater chance of being employed than those that have just normal degrees. So you could have done something in banking and administration or whatever, but the person who has an extra skill relevant to the bank's needs will surely be picked above you. If you are applying for a job as a journalist, you've attended a school in journalism, gotten all the certificates. If you are competing with somebody who has the same certificate as you do, but has the extra skill in, let's say, cinematography, or have audiovisual production skills, he knows how to film, he knows how to edit, he knows how to record sound, and all those various skills prevalent within the cinematography area, I can bet you that person will be picked above you. So whatever area of work that you want to go into, it is very essential that you acquire a skill, a practical, technical, vocational skill. Otherwise, you stay unemployed. That is very evident all around us. A lot of people, hundreds and thousands of people, have university degrees but cannot get employment precisely because of some of these things. And even when you have the technical skill, these days, employers are looking for people with higher levels or higher certification of skills. Okay, so just having a skill you acquired from a master or by attending secondary school, a technical secondary school, is not enough. It is good, but it's not enough. Employers these days are looking for people who can think outside the box, people who will not just accept things as they are, people who will question things and come out with innovative solutions, people who will be ready to solve problems, and those kind of thinking ability and thinking skill, broad-mindedness is something that the university gives you. When you go through the university, they teach you or open up your mind, so you just do not accept things as they are. You have a broader mind to question things, you have a broader mind to think outside the box, and you develop more creativity in the solution to problems. That is what employers are looking for these days. That's why I'm entreating everybody to acquire a high level, tertiary level certification for your technical skills. And thirdly, and most importantly, when you have a technical skill, you can at any time during your life decide to start your own business based on the skill and experiences that you've gained using that skill. So if you have a skill as an auto mechanic and you're working for somebody, you can always resign or start your own business repairing cars. If you have a skill in video recording techniques, editing, sound recording, and all those things that come with it, and you're working as a journalist, you can at any time stop and pursue your own production company, or even these days, social media gives us the avenue to do everything that you want to do with your audio-visual skills. Okay, so acquiring a technical skill has so many advantages, extremely many advantages. So that's why our advice that you must have a skill, one or two technical or vocational skills attached to whatever certification, ordinary academic certification that you have. It is very crucial. That is what will distinguish you from the rest. So TVET skill acquisition is very important. Go to a technical university, and that's why I'm happy that in Ghana all our polytechnics have been turned into technical universities. So whatever skill it is that you are acquiring at the secondary school level or at whatever level, try to enter a technical university and upgrade upon it. Get a degree in a technical skill, get a master's in a technical skill, get a PhD in a technical skill, technical vocational skill, or even something higher. The more you upgrade, the better your chances, not only for employment, but to solve other problems, and therefore create a job opportunity or business for yourself. I've been listening to a whole lot of captains of industry emphasizing this over and over and over again, and I was so much intrigued and happy when I recently watched a video where the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, emphasized these facts in a very emphatic manner. Now let's go and watch this video by the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, and then I'll come back.
I think it was about 2 years ago you said publicly, when you were asked, why do you do so much manufacturing in China? You said, we'd love to do it other places, i.e. the United States, but the sheer volume of engineers in China is greater than any other place we might discuss. Is that basically still the case?
Yeah, there's a confusion about China that, and let me at least give you my opinion. The popular conception is that companies come to China because of low labor cost. I'm not sure what part of China they go to, but the truth is China stopped being the low labor cost country many years ago. And that is not the reason to come to China from a supply point of view. The reason is because of the skill and the quantity of skill in one location and the type of skill it is. Like the products we do require really advanced tooling, and the precision that you have to have in tooling and working with the materials that we do are state of the art. And the tooling skill is very deep here. You know, in the US you could have a meeting of tooling engineers and I'm not sure we could fill the room. In China, you could fill multiple football fields. It's that vocational expertise is very deep, very, very deep here. And I give the education system a lot of credit for continuing to push on that, even when others were de-emphasizing vocational. Now I think many countries in the world have woke up and said, you know, this is a key thing and we've got to correct that. But China called that right from the beginning.
So this is a related issue on Quora. For those of you who are not aware, Quora is a forum where people ask questions and then people or experts answer them. Now this is a question that was posed by a parent and then was answered by somebody with the necessary or the requisite answer. My son wants to be a carpenter. He has a 3.78 GPA. I keep telling him that he is wasting his life by working in construction instead of going to college to get a real well-paying job. What should I do? Now this is the answer. I graduated high school with an honors diploma, 3.98 GPA. I went to a trade school. Now a trade school is just like a technical school. I went to a trade school for HVAC and refrigeration. Now HVAC just means heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Took right at 18 months to complete and get my technical degrees. While in HVAC classes, I decided to double up and got my digital and analog electronics certifications. I was in trade school right at 2 years. Came out debt-free. Those 2 years, I worked at a local factory. A month out of school, I landed a job at one of the largest hospitals in my state as a boiler chiller operator. Within 1 year at the job, I moved up to lead HVAC tech. Stayed there for 10 years. I took every class they offered in my field. Left that hospital with certifications in building automation controls, deep knowledge in commercial HVAC, chillers, high pressure steam boilers, etc. Moved on to a higher paying job with my state's government general services department. Worked there for 6 years gained even more knowledge and certifications. I am now part of a commercial HVAC service business, have 7 people in the company, all with extensive knowledge in commercial HVAC service work, each of us making well over 100,000 a year. I was the first in my family to not go to a traditional 4-year college. My parents supported me in that. With that support, I was able to do what I was passionate about. I was the first in my family to get a job within my chosen field without major debt. 25 years later, I'm also the first in my family to stick with my degree and advance it, add to it, still without taking on any debt. All this is to say, support your son in what he wants to do. Getting into the trades, that's technical skills, is looked down upon. But if it wasn't for the trades, the world we live in would not be remotely the same. If he feels he can make it work, support him. And if he fails, stand beside him with a supportive attitude and not "I told you so" attitude. Our kids need to make their own successes and failures. As parents, when our kids hit a certain age, we have to let them fly on their own and hope and pray our guidance and teachings was enough to mold and shape them into productive, happy members of society. So you see what I'm talking about? Even in the developed countries, they've realized the need for technical skills, TVET or technical vocational skills. So it is very important for us in Africa. It is even much more crucial. So let's prepare ourselves to acquire at least one technical or vocational skill and endeavor to upgrade it. And for parents, a lot of parents are still insisting on their children pursuing the normal academic courses. That's good, but I'm telling you, the future is in technical and vocational skills acquisition. So encourage your children to pursue a technical education or technical skill acquisition. Even if he or she is pursuing a normal academic course, still encourage your ward to acquire 1 or 2 technical or vocational skills. It is very important, and if possible, to get a tertiary level certification. I hope what you've heard from Tim Cook will help convince you of the importance of acquiring a TVET skill. I'll be back again with another interesting revelation or things that I'm getting about the use of AI in the creative field. Interesting, that will be my next video. But before I go, I want to encourage you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so. There are a lot of things I will be coming out with that will be beneficial to you. Just click on the red subscription button below at the corner there, and then you click on the post notification bell, and then that's it. Anytime I upload any new video, you will be informed. Also, don't forget to comment, like, and share this video. It is important that you do so that this video goes out there, so that as many people out there as possible will get the information we are out to put in here and then improve upon their lives. Thank you very much. I'll be back very soon. Have a nice day and God bless.